searching for the next big breakthrough to save the planet. You need to find the solution to reduce pollution, generate clean energy, and make our world more sustainable. What would you create? So well, Dr. Vivek Kolshit found the answer with something called black gold. And today we are going to explore how this incredible discovery is helping the planet. We are here as representative of the Green Club. I am Siddhant. My friend Siddhant here will now take you on the journey through this black gold. Siddhant,
good morning again. So today we will be talking about Dr. Vivek Kolshit. A little bit of info about him. He is a renowned Indian scientist and a professor at Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Mumbai, which is just over here in Nagar. And he specializes in something called as nanocatalysis, which involves design and use of nanomaterials. I know this sounds big words, but you don't need to worry about that for now. He is also a member of the Royal Society of Chemistry, Maharashtra Academy of Sciences, and the National Academy of Sciences, India. And very recently, in August 2024, he received the S.S. Bhatnagar Rashtriya Vigyan Puraskar Award, which is one of the highest award in India for his science. And I could go on and on about his achievements, which would be another morning music. So let's go on to what we want to talk about today. So let us first understand what is meant by nanomaterials. This is something you might have heard about. You must have heard this word somewhere. It's a common buzz right now. Nanomaterials. Nanomaterials this, nanomaterials that, etc. So let's try to understand why nanomaterials are special. Now imagine, forget science. Imagine you have a box, you have a square wafer. Okay? See this first box? This is your wafer. Now this wafer is 2 centimeters. It's a square, so 2 centimeters, 2 centimeters. And now what you want to do is you want to cover the wafer with chocolate. Okay, you want your wafer to have more chocolate. Yeah, I like chocolate. I want my wafer to have the most amount of chocolate also. So if I want to cover the chocolate, wafer with chocolate, how much chocolate will I need? Simply, I have to cover all the surface.
Yes.
Yes. This is called the surface area of the box or the wafer. Okay, so I have to coat the entire surface of the wafer. How much is the surface? It will be, if you look at one square, one surface, it is a square. Square the area is L square, length into length. So it will be what? 4 centimeters square. Now suppose, since you have 6 such sides, first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. So there will be 6 into 4, matlab 24 centimeter square area. That's in the surface, that much I have to coat with chocolate. This is understood. This much is simple.
Yes.
Now what I want is I have the same wafer. Okay, I only have one wafer, but I want to apply more chocolate. This much of chocolate, 24 centimeter area, centimeter square of chocolate is not enough for me. I want more. So what I do is I take the wafer and I cut it in 8 different boxes. Okay, so one wafer, and now I've cut it in 8 different squares of wafer. Now let's look again how much chocolate will I need to cover the surface of all these wafers. Okay, let's take one of these boxes. Now if you can see, the length will be 1 centimeter. I've cut it in half, right? It was 2, I've cut it in half, the length will be 1 centimeter. Now if the length is 1 centimeter, the surface area will be how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total 6 centimeters square will be the surface area of 1 square. But how many squares do I have now? I have 8. So 8 into 6 is 48. So see, magically I have the same wafer, but now that I've cut it in 8 different parts, I have more surface area. So I need more chocolate to cover these wafers.
Yes.
Yeah? This idea is clear. Now again, if you cut this down again, I can again cut it down to again 0.5. And now if I keep doing that, I again need more chocolate to cover the wafer.
Yes.
This is the main idea of nanomaterials. Now nanomaterials are achieved if I cut down the box such that the length goes down to 10 raised to minus 9 meters. Meaning here it's 1 centimeter. I will cut it down so small that it will become 0.00000 up to 8 zeros, 9 centimeters. Okay, that's how small the box wafer will be. Now imagine the amount of chocolate I'll require to cover all of these small spheres. It would go up to 1000 meters square meters. So I require more, like basically like a football field worth of chocolate to cover this same box of wafer. That's the idea of nanomaterial. I'll not explain further, but basically at that level of small wafers, the elements become magical. They show you something new. They show something that they don't usually show up inside. So that is why nanomaterials is special. Okay? Now Dr. Vivek Kolshettiwar, the first breakthrough that he achieved was synthesizing this nanomaterial. This is what scientists are trying to do, to make new nanomaterials which have unique properties. This is called dendritic fibrous nanosilicon. So it's a silicon, you have heard of silicon. So it's a nanomaterial of silicon, basically. But it has some very unique properties. And if you can see, it's like a circle. This is an image of the nanomaterial, okay? A very electro-magnified image of the nanomaterial. This is what it actually looks like, the nanomaterial. Imagine it's 10 raised to minus 9 meters small, this entire thing. Now, you can see that there's, like I said, ridges, or if you can think of it as hair, like it's like a ball which is covered with hair, right? Now, here you can see that surface area is 1200 meters square per gram, which means that this nanomaterial, if you have 1 gram of this nanomaterial, you won't even be able to see it likely on my hand if I put 1 gram of this nanomaterial. But the surface area, the amount of chocolate you require to coat this much 1 gram of this nanomaterial would be up to 500 to 1200 square meters of area. Imagine that's how much chocolate you require. Now, that's how much chocolate you require means that you can substitute or put that many amount of molecules on it. You can decorate it that much. So that has a lot more meaning. So this was the first breakthrough of Dr. Vivek Kolshettiwar. The second one was something called as the black gold. Now here you can see what he did is, this is yellow gold, normal gold that's in the liquid. Using the nanomaterial that we saw previously, what he did is he made this yellow gold into black gold. Here you can see the ratio is actually there. So you require this much yellow gold to get this much black gold. And I was fortunate enough to, in 2019, I was fortunate enough to go to his lab in TIFR and see him attend his lecture. He basically had an entire session planned for us, me and my batchmates, and we saw him do this. Saw his PhD students do this, we interacted with him, and he's a wonderful person before he's a scientist. He was so kind to just 19-year-old kids. So, and we saw this process happening. It's a very lengthy process, but that's what you get. Black gold. Now, black gold, now that we have these nanomaterials, what black gold does is magic. Because black gold takes CO2. Now, black gold acts like a tree. You will keep this black gold on your nanomaterial and you will spread it across the air around you. Now, what will happen is that you saw the hair-like structures of the nanofiber. Now, the black gold will get stuck on these hair-like structures, and this black gold will then capture CO2. That's what our big concern, right? The concern is the greenhouse gases are increasing. There's a lot of CO2 in the atmosphere, which we don't want. But how do we remove it, right? What do we do? So this is what the black gold is able to do. Black gold is able to absorb or capture this CO2. So it's basically like an artificial tree. Trees, what do they do? What do trees do? Photosynthesis. They absorb CO2 and then make use of it to photosynthesize and make food for themselves and give us oxygen. This is an artificial tree. Black gold will also capture this CO2, and then the next step or the breakthrough was that it not only captures CO2 but it is also able to make methane out of it. So it will capture CO2, use sunlight and then undergo chemical reaction, and what you will get is methane, which is fuel. So you can use this fuel for your energy resources. That is the magic that the black hole is able to do. Not only this, if you burn methane, you will again get CO2. If you've heard, that's why burning methane or biogas is a difficult problem, that you again get CO2. But then that CO2 will again get captured by your black hole. So now you are in a recyclable process where black hole is able to capture CO2 and use it to produce methane, which you can then burn and get fuel. Right? Isn't that interesting? That is the magic of black hole, and that's why he is rightfully acknowledged for his contributions. And this right now at this stage is at a laboratory level, meaning they are not able to produce fuel at a very higher extent, which is normal. It has just come out. 2019 was when he was in the process. But through industries, they are in contact with industries and making sure that to upscale this product so that they are able to commercialize this. And that's what we should really hope for, that this process, this thing gets developed fast so that global warming, the challenge of global warming gets tackled a bit. So that was the magic of black hole and the brains of Dr. Vivek Kochhar. Do you have any doubts? Would you like to know more?
Yes.
If you would like to know anything, I know this was a lot of science, but if you'd like to know more, you can ask. I'll do my best to answer if you're curious questions. Any doubts? Yes.
Come let's take a photo together.
We interrupt. But sit down.
Members.
Sit down. One second.